Here we are at example 2, where we're asked to find these measures of angles 1 and 2. Now, this is a little bit more what high school is going to kind of give you guys. You're asked to find what these different angles are, but you're using the properties of corresponding angles. And there are other properties too that we'll talk a little bit about. High school is going to really go into those more in depth. But for today, we're just talking really about corresponding angles. So when we look at this figure, we do see our two parallel lines because we do see that little triangle right there on the two lines. And we do notice our transversal right here, kind of slicing through those two parallel lines. Now from that, you start to create a lot of congruent angle measures, one of them being corresponding. So when we look at this image, we start to see, oh, we have 110 degrees right there. Well, using corresponding angles, which angle would be corresponding to that? That would be angle 1. And so as a result, we can already identify that the measure of angle 1 is congruent or the same. So that is 110 degrees. And now we can use that definition of corresponding angles to really help us identify other angles. So for example, if we know that this guy is 110 degrees, we can then find out what angle 2 is. And you might recall back from past notes that we have supplementary angles when two angles come together to create that straight line. So you have 180 degrees in total. Now, that's not saying angle 2 is 180 degrees. It's saying when you take angle 1 plus angle 2, you get 180. Well, fortunately, we already now know what angle 1 is. It's 110. We don't yet know angle 2, though. But we can solve for it. And so in order to get angle 2 all by itself, we would subtract 110 degrees from both sides. And when we do that, the measure of angle 2 comes out to be 70 degrees. So again, now we've found the measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2. So reinforcing, though, we're using corresponding angles to help us find one angle or possibly others to then be able to identify other angles using our past properties. But again, though, that is example 2 from our Monday corresponding notes.